Today's video is all about finding yarn from your stash. So I'm looking through my stash today of DK weight and fingering weight for the Cozy Colorwork Christmas Cozy Colorwork Christmas Stockings pattern by Ashley Corinne Studio. So yarn has all different weight, but because it's a stocking, it doesn't have to fit anybody. Whatever your scraps are, I would say as long as they're all the same, it should look great. So we're gonna look at my fingering weight yarn and my DK weight yarn today and see what color combinations we like. This is cream. These are two different, but they're almost the same color. So this might be great actually to use for my stash. I feel like it's not that different. I don't think it would bother me if they were on two different stockings. So all these cream colors I will set aside. Okay, so here are the two blues that I worked with to design it. There's an aqua and a jade. So like a light blue, dark blue situation. It doesn't have to be so teal. It could be just a strict like blue. So this isn't really a strict replacement for either, but I really like this color and I know I could use it because I have plenty of it. This is an option for my light blue and dark blue combo. Maybe let's see what this would look like next to this one. It's a nice light and dark blue as well. I'm gonna set both of these aside and they may, I don't know which one. Which one do you think I should go with? And then for my pinks, what we're looking to find is a light pink, medium pink, hot pink situation. So this one I think could replace that. This could work for light pink, but I think it's a little too close. So go ahead and look at the sample, look at the picture, and you're gonna see that like for the bows, for instance, at the top of stocking 2, I know the bows are light pink on top of cream. So would my bow really stand out with this color or with this one? And I know this is gonna be my answer because I want those bows to like really pop. So I'm gonna need a lot of green because this green goes behind the poinsettias, but it's also going to be the heel and the toe, or I might do a color blocked heel and toe from my stash. I need dark green and light green. For yellow, we need like a lemon yellow, and we also need a goldenrod kind of color. So here's from the kit. Here's my lemon, here's my goldenrod. This is like more of a pastel yellow. It's not going to pop as much, and it's not going to have as much contrast when it's next to the cream, so it's an option, but I'm not loving that. So I've got a lot of options for this dark orange. Apparently that's a color I use a lot. Those are two very similar, but they're not the same. This is kind of, it's like a hand dyed. It's got a little bit of variation as it goes, but it's a little bit more muted, but it's a nice kind of orangey-ish color. This might be a good sub for goldenrod. This is a nice scarlet color. This is fingering weight, so I would have to hold this double. I can show you this next to the scarlet that I have from the kit. This one's a little more orange and this one's a little more like a berry. But I think this would be a great substitute and it would make a nice heel as well. I think I have enough. Okay, so the rest of this bag is some scraps I have left over from Sirdar, and it's DK. This is the Sirdar bonus DK. So we'll probably make up the difference here. So we've got lemon yellow for sure. That could be an option. Grass. This could be light green. Here's some more blues. Here's a few pinks. I'm just taking everything out that could possibly work. And then I'm gonna find my favorite combination. That's too light. That's a nice hot pink. Here's another bag from my stash, from my closet. And this is all Toft, 100% alpaca from the UK. And this is a DK weight that I use to make stuffies for my children. So there's a chance that I could make this work for some gingerbread. Look, those are gorgeous. So we've got this one and this one, or this one and this one for gingerbread. I think I'd do this one and this one for a little more contrast. The next thing that we need to do is set them all out and make sure that we have like final selections for each color and that they really go together. Okay, now you can see my whole table. So you can see all these colors laid out next to each other. So the most important thing is to pick our main colors, the cream, the light green, and the scarlet, if we're doing that for the heel. Or I can change it up and this might be where I decide, you know what, I want to do a color block heel or something else. So here's my scarlet. I think that's the only red that I have, but I need to hold it double. So I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for the heel and the toe and everything else, but we'll see. And then here are my contenders for cream. These two, they're all kind of different, but this one is definitely different. So which one do I like the most? Do I like this, and this the most? Or do I like this, and this the most? I think I'm leaning towards this one. So we've got cream, we've got scarlet, we've got light green. Now we've got to do the dark green. So let me see if I have any other greens. do the easiest colors first. So I think this is the only dark green that I grabbed. So the main thing is just knowing, will this stand out for trees on top of light green? I think it'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and count this as my dark green. This is my light green. Next we have light yellow and then the like orangey. So for my light yellows, I'm already thinking this is too light. This could work like for like one motif and then I think I'm gonna run out. This is really bright, like lemony yellow. And then for the dark orange, I have these options here. But this is reading, like against everything else, is reading brown. This is reading a little bit like muted. I don't know if I love any of those options, to be honest. I don't have a true match here, but if I look at what motifs it would be in, it's kind of just a detail. It's gonna be a lot on the white. So I'm gonna take this one out of the running. Just leave these two as options. And then let's get our dark blue and teal. So I'm looking at the middle of this one, not the outside. This is a great dark blue. I'm probably definitely using that because I like how dark that is. And for light blue, we've got this option, we've got this option, or we've got like more of a like cornflower. I kind of like this one the most actually, because I feel like I've got a lot of greens going on and there's a lot of green in the heels. So I think I'm gonna go with this. I think these two together are actually really nice. So we'll do that. I've got 2 of these as well. Well, 1.5. Hopefully that's enough. So now we've got a little pile here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. I need 13. So what we're missing is our gingerbread. So we've got our brown and our light brown. I really only had a couple options for this. I think I'm gonna go with these. The other option was to do brown with, this is the light brown, but that I think is too close to white. So I'm gonna go with this darker. I think that'll be so nice. That's alpaca as well. So it's gonna be an alpaca acrylic combo here. Then I just need to do my pinks. So I need a light pink, dark pink, a hot pink. This is the only hot pink that I have. It'll certainly pop against this palette. I think this is kind of too purpley. I like how these two go together. I just think this might be a little too muted. Okay, options for light pink and medium pink. We could go with this one. This is a light pink and this is more of like a peachy, or this could be the light pink. Gosh, I feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me now. Okay, here are the light pink, medium pink, and hot pink from the kit. I think that's a pretty close match. I think this is a pretty close match for this one. And this medium pink, probably this one is closer. Let's just do these 3. So now that we've made our choices, and condolences to all the losers over here. Okay, so now we have 3 pinks, 1, 2, 3, 2 greens, and the poinsettia motif is going to be hot pink on light green. I think that'll look really nice. 2 greens. This is all Sirdar, and the yellow is also Sirdar. So I'm using 6 balls of the Sirdar bonus DK, and the rest is a variety. That could work. That could definitely work. Okay, so I'll be holding these together to make orange, and that's my 13th color. There we go. So if you have a stash that's maybe a little bit bigger and you've been crocheting or knitting for a long time, you've got a lot of yarn, you may have enough colors to make it all work. You may need to substitute, or you might want to use some of these with like some confetti or some tweed or something like that for the toe and the heel. Maybe you want to switch up the colors altogether. Maybe you want to do like a really muted like pastel version. Maybe you want to do a really loud version. It is totally up to you guys. Either way, we just want you to join, have fun, and honestly, like, I'm here to see all of these combinations. So I'm so excited to cast this on with you all on November 15th over on Discord, and I'll see you guys soon. If you're not already in the Discord server, the link to that is in my bio. Make sure to click it and you'll get right in there. You'll be able to introduce yourself, meet all the other knitters, and we can start chatting about our yarn combinations. If you need some help, you're feeling stuck, my goal is that you guys could use most of your stash, use up some old scraps. Maybe you want to use like 3 different yellows and you'll use them in different places or something like that. If you have a lot of one color, you can probably use it all up, and I just want you to have a fun time. Hopefully you don't have to buy much if you're trying to, stash bust, but maybe you only need to buy like 1 or 2 colors. We'll just see. So make sure you jump in and introduce yourself. I can't wait to meet you all and cast on with you soon on November 15th over on the Discord server.